Hello and welcome to High Caliber TV, your source for figure and model updates every Wednesday and Friday. So today on the workbench I'm going to be showing an update and finale on this project, the wall. So it says hashtag HCM in red, spray painted on the wall. It's graffiti. Got that, which, I mean, I don't know how it is in your country, wherever you live, but if there's graffiti, you're going to have one of those. And then it says go home. A lot of streaking effects with oils and filters and things like that went into this. I just sort of went roughshod over it with various burned umbers, raw umber, some light green acrylics were thinned down with glaze medium, and then applied for sort of like, not lichen, what would you call it? Moss, I suppose, that's been bled down with the rain, and then just general dust, filth on the walls. I knew I didn't want them to be like battle damage, but I did want them to look filthy, because it's not like, if you put these up outside a military installation or a government building, you're not going to clean them. You're just going to leave them out there because they're meant to get shot at. So then we got the pail from Bella's kit there, and what Alan has suggested I do, and what I intend to do, is use this. This is Model Master Clear Parts Cement, and so this is a really great thing that the bond isn't the strongest bond, so you wouldn't use this for all your components on like an injection kit. You just use this on the canopy or the lights or what have you. But he suggested very wisely that I use this in layers to just bleed it into the pail and then build up the layers, and it'll just be this mass of clear once it's all dry that'll look like water. And so this is going to be the last thing that goes on after all the flat coat goes on, because I need this to still have a sheen to it. But what I'm going to do is use a little touch of future around where the pail is and around the sponge that Bella's holding to create that sort of soaked wet look. These figures are from Evolution, as well as the wall. Yeah, it's coming together pretty well. Really happy about how everything's come together, and I'll have better images of the figures themselves go up on Instagram or Facebook or what have you. But yeah, with the depth of field for the video, it's kind of hard to capture how they look. Dust buildup was pigments, light color, and MIG ammo. I think a blend of those two, just building them up gradually to create that sort of blown dust look. Yeah, looks good. Coming along. Finale in a second. So we're back, and this is the finished product here. Trying to get the zoom right on it. But as you can see, it looks quite different once everything's flattened out. All the colors are drawn together with the application of the clear flat. I do still thin clear flat with a little bit of diluted isopropyl alcohol. So this is the finished product. The flat actually gives the wall a bit of an interesting texture, because flat's rough, and that roughens the surface detail, whereas a clear gloss coat actually reduces the surface tension and makes the surface smoother. So once you put the flat on, it actually gives it this interesting rough look to it, which is far more applicable to a filthy wall. And the one thing that I'm not super proud of, or happy about I should say, is that you can't see Bella's face. And I put a lot of work into it. That was one of the things I was holding up the end of the diorama, and once I had finished it, I reckoned that it would make more sense if she was facing the wall, but of course once you put her there, you can't actually see from any angle her face. So there you go. There's still a minor detail I need to touch up there before it's ready for the show, but yeah, so far so good. All came out, and yeah, the water, thanks Alan for the tip. The water is layers of Model Master Testors Clear Parts glue, so it's not the kind of glue you'd want to use for your everyday injection stuff, but it does dry fairly well, and it has a really nice, not completely translucent because it is white, but for soapy looking water it looks great. And yeah, everything came out well. One last note, I did layer about 3 or 4 layers of future floor wax, just straight out of the bottle, around where she's already brushed on the wall and around the bucket itself, just to give it a little bit of a sheen so it doesn't look flattened, because there would be water there. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Check us out at highcaliberminiatures.com. Follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, all those things. Thanks everyone for the great comments on the other videos, all the suggestions, personal messages, things like that. It's awesome to have such a great community to interact with. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.